Hey everyone. Hey guys. All right, say hello in the comments. Let me know who's here. We're going to get started in just a hot second. All right, I just want to make sure you guys can hear and see me okay, so just let me know you're here, okay? And I want to share this out real quick to my Facebook group. So let me go ahead and do that. Just give me a second. Say hi in the comments. Let me know who's here. Where are you joining in from? Don't be shy. All right, I'm just sharing this out into my Facebook group just to make sure everybody gets this, and then we'll get started, okay? I just want to make sure you guys can hear and see me, okay? Let me come over here and check on my page, and I just want to share it out real quick to my group. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, cool. Hi, Al. How are you? Awesome. Glad to have you here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just share this over into my Sell Like a Rebel community. And then we're going to get started. All right. Let me share this over there. Sell Like a Rebel community. 6 reasons that your offers are not selling. Awesome. All right. I just shared that out into my group. So let's go ahead and get started. And you guys can post questions as we go along. I'm going to do some Q&A at the end and just answer everybody's questions. So feel free to post questions along the way. So say hello. Let me know who's here. Where are you guys joining from? I'm here in Maine, so for those of you that are familiar with the New England, or maybe you're not, it is snowy and very cold here. So we're all kind of bundled up. We got the wood stove going. Kids are having some hot chocolate. All right, cool. All right, say hello. I want to know who's here. I want to know who's joining. We're going to go ahead and get started. All right. All right, cool. So you guys are obviously joining this free training today because, you know, either you are selling your offers, but you're not selling like as many as you would like, or maybe they're not selling as good as you think they should, or that you'd like to see them selling, or maybe you haven't sold offers yet. Maybe it's because you're putting stuff out there, but people are just not buying, or maybe you're really scared. I have some people in the community that tell me they're afraid to ask for the sale, or they don't quite know how to position their offer. Like, how do I put it out there? How do I tell people about it without being salesy and without being pitchy and without, you know, coming off as like a salesman? I just want to share what I do, and I don't know how to do that. So there could be many reasons why you are here today, why you're joining this, and why you want to sell more of your offers. So I'm going to share with you 6 reasons across the board that your offers are not selling. These 6 reasons are things that I experienced firsthand in the beginning, and that I see my clients struggling with. And these are also 6 reasons that I see just across the board in the community. If you're not selling your offers as much as you would like, or if you're not selling the amount of them that you would like to be selling, you're going to want to sit tight and take some notes, because these 6 reasons, I promise that at least one of them are one of the reasons why you're not selling your offers, okay? Or not enough of your offers, whichever case that might be. So we're going to go ahead and get started, because I have a little bit here to share with you. I just want to make sure everyone's hearing and seeing good. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about why your offers are not selling. And then pop your questions in the comments as we go along. At the end, I will do some Q&A. I want to make sure that your questions are answered, because I will be sharing quite a bit here with you. So I'm not going to leave you hanging. Stay with me. All right. I'm just popping up my page here so I can see your questions, see who's joining me. Awesome. Hey, guys. Say hello in the comments. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to talk about the 6 reasons that your offers are not selling. So first of all, the first thing that you should probably understand when it comes to making money in business, in any business, whether it's offline, online, brick and mortar, entrepreneur, doesn't make a difference. What you first need to understand is there's really only 2 steps that you need to make money. There's only really 2 things that you really, really have to nail, that you really got to get really masterful and good at in order to make money in your business. And no, those 2 things are not sales pages, websites, technology, blog posts. It's none of that. The 2 things that you have to have, that you got to master, get really, 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 really good at, are, number 1, you need a sellable offer. If you don't have a sellable offer, then that basically means that you don't have an offer that is a solution to a specific problem your ideal client is having. It means that you don't have an offer that's really sellable, meaning you might get a few sales here and there. You might get, someone who is like, yeah, this kind of resonates with me, and they buy your offer, and make the investment. But chances are it's not going to be scalable. There's not going to be any longevity. It's not going to continue to sell on a consistent basis month after month. It's got to be a sellable offer, okay? The other thing is you need the right traffic. So when you have a sellable offer, you put that offer in front of traffic. So you put the offer in front of your ideal clients. Now, if you have a sellable offer and you put it in front of the wrong traffic, guess what? Your offer is not going to sell, because no matter how great it is, no matter how sellable it is, and no matter how great you are at positioning your offer, or even how great you are at sales, or how awesome your offer is, if you put it in front of the wrong traffic, they're not going to buy it. They're not even going to invest if it's $1, right? They don't want it. And the same goes if you have the right traffic, but you put the wrong offer in front of them. Well, common sense is that, you have an ideal client and you put the wrong offer in front of them, they're just not going to buy it. So you have to put the right offer in front of the right traffic. And those 2 things will make you money. However, you have to have both of these things in conjunction of one another. You can't have one without the other. Now, every time I say that, it kind of sounds like, what is it, Married with Children? You can't have one without the other, or something like that, right? Anyway, it's a really old TV show that I used to love. And every time I say you can't have one without the other, I think of that. But this is the truth. You cannot have one of these and then not the other, because you won't sell your offers. You won't have consistent income coming in month after month. You're going to have a really, really hard time selling your offers. That is a fact, okay? That is a fact. So these are the 2 things above anything else that you absolutely, hands down, you need to master, you need to get really good at, and that you always have to have in conjunction with one another. Okay, that's just how this works. So if you don't have these 2 things, then yes, you will struggle to sell your offers. You will struggle to make money. okay? All right, so now let's go on to the problem. If your offers are not selling, one of the problems that you may be having is that you're not passionate or excited or confident in your offer. Now, this is something I see way more than I would like to, way more than I prefer. I prefer that my community and that every single entrepreneur is in love with their business, in love with their business model, in love with the offers, the way that they work with their clients, in love with the price points. I prefer, and ideally, that is what I would like to see across the board. Right now, what I see is entrepreneurs copying everybody else and just basically regurgitating what everybody else is doing. And they're just slapping offers together. They're throwing a price point on it, and they're slamming everyone on their social media platforms with this offer. And it's an offer that they're not even confident in it. They're not excited. And in fact, they didn't even create it. They just copied it from someone else. So maybe your coach, or maybe a mentor, or maybe someone that you look up to in the industry, or maybe you copied it from someone that you see that's doing it and they're just really successful with it. This happens a lot, right? We see other entrepreneurs launching something or offering something, and on the outside, it looks like they're getting really damn good results. It looks like it's working for them. And so then we basically get shiny object syndrome, and we're like, boom, I'm going to create that same thing. I'll call it something different. I'm going to blast it out, and I'm going to get results like they are. And therefore, you do this, and then you don't get the results. So then you beat yourself up about it, because now you think it's a you problem. Now you think that, oh my God, I launched it, it didn't sell, it's selling for everybody else, why not for me? And then you start to think it's you. You're not good enough. You didn't price it right. You need to price it lower. You haven't done this long enough. And all this crap that we just kind of believe in our minds starts to create a bunch of chaos and overwhelm for us, right? Well, the problem is that you're not doing what you love. You're not doing what you're excited about. And a lot of entrepreneurs tell me that they're scared to do things their way. They're afraid that they'll fail. They're afraid that people will think they're crazy. They're afraid that they're going to do something, put a lot of energy, time, money into doing something that's not going to work. And a lot of entrepreneurs think that there's only certain ways to make money. Like, you have to do it this way, or you have to do it that way, because that's what other coaches and leaders are telling you. What the thing is that what works for them doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you, right? Or the other thing is that just because that's the way they're doing it doesn't mean it's like the only way. There's no other way to do it. And this is the problem. This is where entrepreneurs, especially newer people, get stuck. They get tripped up right here because they believe in their minds there's only one way to do something, or it's only this way because that's how other people are successful. And so therefore, they let their passion go out the window. They put their dreams and what they're excited about and why they even started a business, they put that on the back burner, and they go regurgitate what everybody else is doing that looks on the outside to be successful for them. But we don't know what happens behind the scenes to make that happen, and we don't actually know how successful that really is for them. So now you're also trying a strategy that you're not really sure works for you or for anybody, and it's also not even one you're really passionate about. You're not even really excited about it. The thing is if you're not confident in your offers, if in the way that you work with your clients, if you're not confident in how you will help them get a result in your programs, you're not going to sell them. And you're going to feel like you're a fraud. You're going to feel like it's hard. You're going to feel like you're being salesy. You're going to feel like you're being pitchy, and it's going to feel really gross. And that is because it's something you're not even excited about. You're not even confident in it. In some cases, I see entrepreneurs doing stuff they don't know anything about. And I don't understand why they'd be offering something around a topic they don't even know anything about, or that they haven't even accomplished themselves yet. And the reason they're doing this is because they're regurgitating what seems to be working for other people. Big, big mistake. That is the first problem. The second reason that maybe your offers are not selling is that you're putting the wrong offer in front of the right traffic. Now, what this means is maybe you've built up an email list, or maybe you've built up a Facebook group or a social media following of ideal clients, people that have opted in or connected with you because of something that you said or did, or something that you put out there that resonated with them. At the time for them, whatever you put out there, it felt like a possible solution for them. It felt like, you know what, this may be someone that can help me. And so they came and connected with you. They jumped on your email list, or they hopped in your Facebook group, or they came and connected with you on your page or your social media platforms, whatever it might be. So now you have the right traffic. But then what happens is you're taking an offer and you're just throwing that offer in front of them, and you don't actually know for sure if this offer is a solution to their problem. All you know is that it's an offer you created, that you feel like launching right now, and that you think could make you some money, right? But you don't actually know, is this a solution to the problem that you're having right now? The problem with this is when you put an offer in front of someone and it's not what they want, it's not what they need, sometimes they take offense to that because they feel like, why would you put something in front of me that is not a solution for me? And then they feel like you're not taking time to get to know me, because if you were, you would know that's not what I need, okay? And so what happens is your right traffic starts to become crickets, because you've put so many offers in front of them that is not what they need, that now they doubt that you're the one that can help them. Now they don't see that you really have a solution for them. They see you as someone who either doesn't know what they're doing, or they're like, you're not the one for me. You're not the coach. You're not the client. You're not the VA. You're not the person for me, because you keep putting these offers in front of me that I don't need, or that I don't want, or that are not solutions to the problem I have right now today. And so when you do this, you really risk taking ideal clients that could be paying clients, and you risk them becoming naysayers. They're going to unsubscribe or just sit on your list and be crickets. They're going to sit in your Facebook group and not engage. They're probably going to shut their notifications off for your group, or they're going to exit your group altogether. And now you've lost an opportunity because you failed to get to know your people and make sure that the offers you put in front of them are exactly what they need right now. That is the second biggest problem that I see in this industry. 90% of entrepreneurs have no idea what their audience actually really wants from them. And so they're putting offers that they think their people want. And in fact, they don't need them at all. And that's why they're not buying them. So this is a problem on the business owner's part, right? This is your problem. If you're doing this, then this is on you. You need to stop doing this. You need to go figure out what it is your people want enough to pay for. Because if you just keep putting offers in front of people that do not need or want what you have, you're going to eventually end up with absolutely nobody. And that's a lot of lost opportunity. Okay, the third thing is that you're putting the right offer in front of the wrong traffic. So this is the opposite. This is when you do have that perfect solution for someone. You've put time, money, energy into creating the perfect program or offer or service. It is literally the solution to the problem that your ideal clients are having. The problem is you don't have the right traffic in your community. So maybe you built up an email list of people that are not your ideal clients. Maybe they came from a previous business that you did, or a previous business model, and they're no longer relevant in terms of the direction you're going in your business. Or maybe they are people that just don't need what you have, and you got them on your email list because you wanted to build your list and you didn't know how to do it, but you started getting people on from random things. So maybe you put out a free offer that isn't really congruent with your core offer, your paid offer, or what you teach. And so you built up a list of people that really aren't actually ideal clients. Maybe you have a list that is stale. They're crickets. You have an email list of people that are no longer engaging. They're not opening. They're not clicking. You're sending emails and nothing's happening. Maybe that's because those people were receiving offers that weren't a solution for them, and so they just became crickets. So now you have the right traffic, but you're putting the wrong thing in front of them. Again, this goes just like having the right traffic with the wrong offer. It's no different. If you have the right traffic, if you've built a community of ideal clients and you know you can help them, but you don't figure out what type of thing they need, then you are going to be putting the right offer in front of the wrong traffic. Okay, you can't invite people that don't need what you have or what you offer to come and look at your program because they're not going to buy it. It's not for them, right? So you have to make sure you're putting the right offer in front of the right traffic every single time. Those are the two things you have to do. You got to get these two things right every single time. No doubt, every single time, these two things have to be done right. And you got to do them together in conjunction with one another. You cannot have one without the other. The fourth thing is you're not positioning your offer so that your ideal client sees it as a valuable solution that they need right now, like today. I need that right now. The problem with this is there could be several things. Usually what I see with this is that, again, you're just kind of throwing an offer out there that everybody has. It's the same offer you see every single coach or entrepreneur putting out there, and it's fucking boring. Nobody wants it anymore. It's the same thing. It seems like everybody's offering that same thing. The problem with that is your client no longer sees that as like a solution. They just see it like, yep, everybody's offering that. An example of that is like 3-month one-on-one coaching program. Who gives a shit about that? Like everybody offers that. There's nothing unique about that. There's nothing about a one-on-one coaching program for 3 months that tells your ideal client why this is something they need to invest in right now. If somebody came to me right now and said, Ann, I have a 3-month one-on-one coaching package available and I think it'd be perfect for you, I wouldn't even book a call. I wouldn't even ask. I wouldn't even say, tell me about it. Because right there, it's like, who cares? Who doesn't have a one-on-one coaching program? I don't really care. It does not tell me why it is something that I need to invest in right now. It does not clearly let me know that this is a valuable solution to a problem that I am having right now. And therefore, I would not make that investment. I wouldn't even ask them for the details. I would ignore them or just say, nope, not interested, and I would move on. A lot of entrepreneurs, that's exactly what they're doing. They're just blasting out social media posts, emails, doing Facebook Lives. They're saying, hey, I got a one-on-one 3-month coaching program. It's open right now. It's on sale. And boom, you get this bonus. And then they're like, how come no one's buying it? I priced it really low. I threw in some bonuses. It's a lot of access to me. I don't get it. It's selling for other people. The thing is your ideal client is the one making the investment. So that person needs to see it as a valuable solution to a specific problem that they're having today. Not last year when you asked people or last month, but today. What is the problem they have right now today? And then you put that solution in front of them. If you're not doing that, it's not going to be a now factor, meaning, holy shit, I need this right now today. That's the solution I'm looking for. That's what I need. I'm in. Tell me what I got to do. You're not going to get that result if you don't position your offer so that the person you're asking to buy it sees it as a solution that they need right now. It's not enough that you think it's a solution. It's not enough that you see it as super valuable. That is not enough because you're not the one buying it. Unless you're paying yourself and buying your own products and programs or services, this serves you absolutely no good, okay? All right, the fifth problem that I see is that you're all over the place with your offers, and it's confusing AF, okay? It's confusing you, it's confusing your audience. People don't know what the hell you're doing. And this happens when you don't have a plan. You don't really know what you're working towards. You don't know what your people need. And so you're just trying multiple different types of things to see which one clicks. And I can resonate because I did all of this stuff way back 10 years ago when I first started my business. I did all of these things and it really sucked because it took me a long time and a lot of work to get any tiny result. When you're switching your offers up and you're moving it all around and every week or every month you got something different and one week this is your niche and then it's this and that and you're talking about this and then you're talking about that. The problem is your ideal clients don't know what the hell you do. And therefore, they're just confused. And a confused mind will absolutely never buy. They're always just going to default to I'll wait, or they're not going to do it, right? You can't be all over the place with your offers to the point where people don't know what the heck you do. Now, I have 3 offers running at all times, minimum. I always have new offers, but they're always to the same people, to my ideal clients, and it's always around my niche. I'm not switching it up. Like, I'm not a health coach today and then a marketing coach tomorrow and then switching up my business models every other month. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm very strategic when I have multiple offers. I'm very strategic in how I put those out and to who I put them out to, okay? Because if you confuse people, then you lose buyers, and that is a big wasted opportunity. So these are the 5 biggest problems that I see in the industry. Now, here's a little aha for you. I want to give you a couple little tips. Number 1 is that you can create new and fun ways to help your ideal clients. Your offers can look any effing way you want them to look. And this is the best part. This part right here excites me the most. This is absolutely the best part of being an entrepreneur, is because you can do whatever the F you want. There's no way, there's no one way to do this. Your offers can look however you want them to. I see a lot of entrepreneurs get really stuck in creating and mapping stuff out. And they're like, oh, how should this offer be? And how long? 3 months or 4 months? And what should be included? And they overthink every single detail. And the reason is because they're trying to create something that everybody else is doing. If you just stop for a minute and do whatever the F you want to do, create whatever you want to create, you would find that this is a lot easier. Just do things your way. And it will be a lot easier and a lot faster for you to put together offers on the fly, okay? You are overcomplicating it because you're trying to create something that somebody else created. You're trying to create offers you see other people creating, or that you think is what you're supposed to be creating or how it's supposed to look. And the thing is you don't have the behind the scenes details of what it took to do that. And so therefore you don't have all of the information you need to put that together. And so you're getting stuck and tripped up on how to create these certain offers. Therefore, you just don't do anything. You stay really stuck. And you just stay stuck on the minute details that usually don't even matter. Another aha for you is that you can have multiple offers at the same time. It's all in how you market and position it. So like I just told you, when I have 3 offers running at the same time, which I always do, right now, today I do, yesterday I did, last month I did, and I will all next year. I always have a minimum of 3 offers at the same time. However, I don't take those 3 offers and blast them to everybody, because everybody would be confused and nobody would buy. So I'm very strategic with my 3 offers. What are my 3 offers? And then who do I put these offers in front of? So remember, it goes back to only put in the right offers in front of the right traffic. I'm not going to take my 3 offers that I have and blast them out to everybody, because people would be like, oh, I don't need that. I don't want that. This is confusing. Why do you have 3? Which one do I choose? You don't want to do that. You need to be strategic. You need to have a proper plan. You need to know what you're doing. If you don't know how to sell, if you don't know how to market yourself, that should be something you should be getting help with immediately, because if you don't know how to do it, whatever you're doing now, you're just going to keep doing that. You'll be doing that all of 2018. You'll be doing that all of 2019. You're just never going to move forward. You have to understand that this is not complicated, but there is some strategy behind this. There is some science behind being able to position your offers and get them out there. And one of the things I love most is that I can have more than one offer at the same time and sell them all the F out. Every single one of my offers, each and every single month, sell out. I get booked solid every single time. But I'm very strategic with the way I do it. I'm not launching the same offers or all 3 to my entire audience at the same time. That's not how you do it, because that's going to be very confusing. But I do want you to know that you can have more than one offer at the same time. Another aha for you is that there's no right or wrong way. You just do what excites you and feels good to you. There is no like, oh, this is the way because this is how so-and-so does it. Or, oh, my coach told me that, you know, in order for me to be able to sell it or for this to be sellable, I have to do it this way. Or it needs to include these things and it needs this and that and all of this shit. And what happens is you get so overwhelmed and confused, you don't know what direction to go. You're just spinning your wheels. And how do I know that? Because I've been there. I have made investments in coaches and training programs and mentors since the day I started my business. I have gone over $20,000 in debt in the beginning of my business because I invested in coaches and training programs and mentors to help me. I have always had a coach or a mentor, or I've always invested in business and personal development so that I can get my business where I want it. And so I know firsthand what it's like to have a coach or a mentor or some specific training program saying, you need to do it this way. It needs to look like this. It needs these things here, or it will never sell. There are some truths to some of that. Right? Like I tell you, you have to have the right traffic and you have to have the right offer. That's a fact. That is a proven fact across the board. But I'm not going to tell you, you need to have it 3 months, or it's got to be 4 months, or you got to price it this way, or this is the only strategy you can use, because that's a lie. That is bullshit. I have clients who do things I've never even tried before, and they are wildly successful with it. There is no like right or wrong way. You just have to test stuff and you have to see what feels good to you, what works for your community. And honestly, in this very, very crowded industry, it's refreshing to see people doing things different. It's kind of exciting and intriguing to see something you've never seen before, or to see someone put out an offer that's like, wow, I've never seen that before. That's so cool. That's actually really attractive right now because everybody is offering the same shit right now. If you go look on your social media platforms, if you go pop open your email, you're going to see 1 billion people offering the same shit. They might just word it or name it different, but essentially it's all the same stuff. And it's getting old and it's getting really hard to sell. And so the way that you're going to stand out is do it different. Get creative. That's the best part of being an entrepreneur. Is we are in charge and we get to be super creative in how we do things, right? And how we position our offers and position ourselves, right? You can create whatever the hell you want, however you want, whenever and wherever you want, and there are no right or wrong ways. The only non-negotiable, okay? The only non-negotiable, the one thing that you can't do it any other way. You can't not have this. You can't like find another alternative, is that you have to have the right traffic in the sellable offer. This is the one thing that you just can't change. It has to be this. You can't put a sellable offer in front of the wrong traffic, and you can't take the right traffic and put the wrong offer in front of them. You can't do that and make money. That is a fact. That's not a strategy. That's a fact. This is not a strategy. This is just a proven fact. It is how it is. You have to have the right traffic and you have to have a sellable offer, and you got to have those two things together in conjunction with one another. And that's a proven fact. This is the one thing that is not negotiable. It's the one thing that if you want to make money, you just got to master these two things. Everything else, it doesn't even matter. These two things right here should be top priority for you. Getting your ideal traffic, the right traffic in front of you and in your community. And then getting a sellable offer, an offer they cannot freaking refuse. That should be your goal for 2018 and for the rest of your life in your business, is to master the shit out of these two things and get so damn good that it doesn't matter what your business model is. It doesn't matter what the hell you're selling, because you've got these two things in order. Nothing else will matter. If you have these things, it will be easy as pie to make money and to sell your programs and to fill up your programs. I am booked solid with clients month after month after month, and I have many offers I'm running at the same time. But the reason I'm able to do it is these two things right here. I have my ideal clients and I put a sellable offer in front of them, nothing else. And the best part is I do everything the way I want to do it. My goal is to be different. My goal is to do nothing like anybody else is doing. I've had many coaches I've invested thousands of dollars in, and they will say, Ann, don't do it that way. And that is more incentive for me to do it that way. And I will go and I will do the exact opposite of what I see everybody else doing and what everybody's telling me I should be doing. And guess what? I'm booked solid month after month after month. Other people are hustling, sacrificing, chasing the next clients, paying thousands of dollars on Facebook ads because they can't get a client on Facebook for the life of them because they don't focus on building relationships. They don't focus on getting to know their people. All they're doing is trying to sell their offers and make money. Okay? All right, here's the problem. Let's get into the problems. Let's talk about these 6 things. Number 1, the reason that your ideal clients are not buying your offers is because they don't understand what you're offering. This is a big gap because you're not the one buying your stuff. You're not buying your programs, your services, or your products. So if you're the only person that understands what you're selling, unless you're buying it, you're kind of screwed, right? Your ideal clients, that right traffic, they need to understand what the hell it is that you're offering them. It's not enough that you might get it. They have to understand what is this offer? What are you selling me? Okay, so here's the solution to that. Number 1, explain your offer better. I see a lot of entrepreneurs focusing on, hey, I got a one-on-one coaching program. Oh, it's for 4 months or 3 months. Come in and we'll solve all your problems, whatever you got going on. People don't understand what the hell that is. People don't understand, like, how is that going to help me? I see people throwing out offers for, group programs, and they're focused so much on the fact that it's a group program, I don't even know what the heck it is. Like, what are we even doing in this thing? What are we going to do over in this group program? People are not explaining their offers because they're creating content and they're marketing from their own mindset. Your own mind understands your offer because you created it. That does not mean your ideal clients get it. And if they don't get it, guess what? You're broke because they're the ones buying it, not you. The other thing is you need to share what your offer is and why it's a solution for their specific challenge, problem, or obstacle. Most, probably 90% of my community will come to me and say, I have no idea how to tell my ideal clients why this is a solution to their problem. How the heck do I say that? And this is a problem. If you don't know how to do this, how are you going to sell your offers? Because your ideal clients need to understand clearly why they need to pull out their hard-earned money and give it to you. They have to know that, or they're going to give you objections. They're going to hesitate. They will not buy your offers if they don't clearly understand what is your offer and why is it a solution to my problem. And if you're the only one who knows those answers, you have a big problem. The third thing is you got to get excited and passionate about your offer and how you will work with your clients inside it. If you're creating offers that you see other people doing, what happens is my clients come to me and say, Ann, I created this offer because I saw this coach doing it, and she was really successful. People were buying her program. People were buying her offer. She was sold out. So I went and I created a very similar program to her. However, it's not selling. And when I ask them, why they're so excited and passionate about it, and I ask them, how are you going to work with your clients in here? Tell me specifically inside this program or this product or service. Tell me exactly what you're going to do with your clients. I hear silence, and they have no idea. They don't even know what they're going to do inside their programs with their clients to get them to the result that they want. That right there is a deal breaker. If you cannot get clear on that and you're not passionate about that and you're not really excited about what you're going to do together inside your program, you'll never sell your program, ever. You will not sell it. You have to be excited about it because when you create something you're really excited about, you could talk about it all day, you could sell it all day, and you can clearly articulate how you're going to work with your clients inside your program. Because you created it from your heart, from intuition. You created it from authenticity. It's something you are freaking passionate about. Big, big difference. All right, let's talk about the second problem. Second problem is that your ideal clients don't want it or they don't see the value in it. This is also very common because, you put a lot of offers out there and, a lot of people will come to me and say, I don't understand. I posted it on all my social media platforms. I posted it in my group. I emailed my list a bunch of times. I did like a 5-day challenge. I did like a webinar. How come nobody's buying this damn thing? Well, number one, they don't want it. You're putting the wrong offer in front of the right traffic, or you're putting the right offer in front of the wrong people. You need to go figure out which one you're doing, but you're doing one of those. Or they don't see the value. Your ideal clients cannot see the value in your offer if you don't present it. You cannot be the only person that thinks your offer is valuable. You can't be. Because if you are, then I hope you're the one buying it, because that's the only way you're going to make money. If your ideal clients don't see the value in your offer, they're not buying. And it doesn't matter the price. I literally, about maybe a few weeks ago or a month ago, I put a $27 or $97 offer out in front of a client that I felt, or prospect, that I knew I could help her. And I thought this was a great first step for her. And I figured total no-brainer. It's under $100, easy to say yes to. She's going to buy this, no kidding. I put that offer in front of her, and she was not interested. She said she didn't want it, she didn't need it, whatever. However, she didn't buy it. 2 weeks later, I put a $2,000 offer in front of her, and she bought it. The reason is it didn't have anything to do with the money. She didn't see value, or she didn't want the low ticket offer. She wanted, when I offered her the $2,000 package, she wanted what was in that. She wanted it, and she saw the value. And it had nothing to do with the price. It was the offer itself. If your ideal client does not want what you're putting in front of them and they don't see the value instantly, they're not going to buy it, period. They're just not going to. So here's the solution. First of all, you need to explain the transformation better. You've got to focus more on what's in it for them. Get out of your head. Stop thinking about your wallet. Stop thinking about your bank account. Stop thinking about yourself. You need to be able to explain to them, articulate to them the transformation that is possible for them. I want to say almost every client I've ever worked with does not know how to do this. Almost every single client I have ever had in all of my 15 years of being in business, I want to say there's maybe been a couple of people that know how to explain the transformation, like what's in it for them, the benefits. And the rest have no idea how to do this. They don't know what the benefits are, what the possible outcomes, what the possible transformation is in their offers. That is a massive deal breaker, because your ideal clients are buying that. That is what they're buying. They're buying the transformation. They are buying the outcome, the results. That's what they are paying for. They don't give a shit if it's 1 month or 1,000 months. They don't care if it's for, they get an hour session with you or a 20-minute session with you. They want the result. They want the transformation, the outcome, and that's what they're paying for. If you don't know how to do that, you're not selling your offers. They're just not going to sell. You're going to get objections, you're going to get no's, and you're going to get no responses. People need to know, your ideal client needs to know, what's in this for me? If I take out my hard-earned money and I give it to you, what am I going to get? What is possible for me if I show up every day and I do whatever you tell me to do? What's possible for me? And if you cannot explain that transformation to them, you might as well just check out now, because you will not sell your offers, period. So you want to focus on the benefits and the specific outcomes that are possible for them. That should be your main goal. When you are creating your offers, you should be creating an offer that is a solution to their problem. So therefore, if they show up and they do the work, they get the result. But if you don't know what that result is, then you're just creating a space for them to come in and talk about their problems and possibly get a little result here and there or something like that. Again, you see, I can't even explain it because it makes no sense. There has to be a clear transformation. You have to be able to focus on the benefits of your program, product, or service. And if you cannot do that, you are going to have the worst time selling your offers. Okay, let's talk about the third problem. They do not believe in you, or they don't believe you. So I see some people saying, oh my gosh, I made like $10,000 in 2 days and I just started my business yesterday. Really? Well, how'd you do that? People don't believe that shit. People don't believe you when you don't show facts. People don't believe you or believe in you when you don't know how to position yourself or your offer and make it really clear. Show people specific details, specific numbers, specific facts. You have to demonstrate things in a way for people to see it the way that you do, to see it as it is, okay? And if you're not doing that, then people are going to think you're a liar. People are going to think you're just talking shit out of your ass, right? You're just saying what they want to hear. People are not going to believe you when you talk about your programs or products or services, or they're just not going to believe in you. They're going to believe that, you know what, I just don't see you as the person for me. And that really sucks when you have the right people in front of you, you get this experience. So the solution for this is that you need to be more authentic and genuine. You need to stop trying to be someone that you're not. Stop trying to create things that are things you're not excited about, that you don't even know anything about. If you haven't hit $10,000 a month yet, stop telling people you're going to help them hit $10,000 a month. You haven't even done it yourself. If you're not even making any money in your business right now, you shouldn't be telling people that you're going to help them make money. Maybe you need to rethink what you're focusing on. But the point is, you need to be genuine. The other thing is, you can't be showing up to be of sales. I get that that sounds contradicting. I'm a sales rebel and I teach sales, but here's the thing. I'm not salesy. I don't go around, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, and spam in a bunch of Facebook groups. I won't lie. I did that probably for the first few years of my business because I didn't know any better. I was ignorant. However, I've been in business 15 years now, and I know that that is a bad strategy. It doesn't work. So now you have to be of service. People want solutions. People want to be heard. They want to be seen. They want relationships. They want connection more now than ever. And with this industry getting so crowded, and with people coming into this online space and abusing it and spamming and using this space for something other than what it's for, which is to be social, is turning people off, and it's making people really scared to give you their name and email, or to book a call with you, or to buy your program and make investments. People are freaking scared. You need to show up and create a space for people where you're being of service and you're genuinely trying to help people. That means stop blasting out promotion. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody is seeing it. And in fact, it's been so saturated that Facebook is creating new algorithms to stop you from doing that. They will not show your posts if you're doing that. You need to get more creative. You need to be more genuine. The people that you are trying to promote to are human beings. They're not robots. They're not fake people. These are real people with real feelings and real problems. And they're looking for solutions. They're looking to be heard. They're looking to be validated that they're not the only ones. They're not crazy. And if you don't know how to show up and provide that space and be that person that can give them that experience, you're going to have a hard time, because many other entrepreneurs that have been doing this a while, they get it. They understand what it takes, and they're doing those things. They're doing them right. They're doing them consistently, and they're the ones getting the sales. But new entrepreneurs or struggling entrepreneurs can still come in and have the same experience if you get out of your damn head and stop trying to pitch to everybody. All right, again, you also have to share specifics with them. They need to see this for themselves. You can't just come in and blabber a bunch of shit and not show any proof of it or facts. You got to give some facts to back up what you're telling people. All right, problem number 4. They believe they can do it themselves. This happens for many reasons. Number 1 reason is you give too much. Now, I'm the first person, the very first person that will tell you I'm the same way. I over-deliver like a mofo. I have so many people in my industry, my coaches, my mentors, and they're like, and stop it. You give everything. You give way too much. Here's the thing. I do give a lot, but what I don't give is I don't give people the impression that in this webinar, you're going to learn enough where you can go off and do this all by yourself and you don't need any help. I don't do that. I usually always tell people, you're going to need to know these things. You're going to need to figure this out. You're going to need support. I'm the type of person, if you look back at any of my other trainings, I give you the good, bad, and the ugly. I share it all with you because I'm not just going to tell you, if you just do these 4 things, you're great. Oh, if you just do this and come to this webinar, you can master all this stuff. I'm not going to do that because that's a lie, and I know that's not the case. You're going to need more help. You're not going to get what you need from a freaking webinar. You're not going to get everything you need to go off and make a shit ton of money and be successful from 20 minutes together. That's bullshit. And if anybody tells you that's flat out lie. I'm not going to do that. So they need to, your ideal clients need to understand that they're going to need support to make it happen. This is just a little bit of information, right? If you're over delivering to the point where you're giving them strategies, action steps, tips, information, you're coaching them, you're giving them strategy. If you're doing that, they're going to think they don't need you. And they're going to think that you just gave them what they need to go do whatever it is they're trying to do. You've got to make sure that you're letting them know that that's not the case, okay? And that you can't just go off and do this by yourself, right? If that was the case, then nobody would make any money because nobody would be hiring anybody. So the solution is give them a mental image of what it will really look like to go off and do this by themselves. I do this all the time with my clients. Sure, I'm going to tell you guys right now, you can go create a sellable offer, but I can guarantee, unless you've been in my trainings, you don't know what the hell a sellable offer looks like. Guaranteed, because you know what? There's nobody else in this industry that I'm aware of that talks about sellable offers. I have it trademarked. It's my program. It's what I created. And I can guarantee you, unless someone has taken my training program, you have no idea what a sellable offer looks like. You don't know what's included. You don't know how to position it. You don't know what the hell it is. That I can tell you. So I give my clients, my prospects, a mental image of what it's going to look like for them to go try to do this by themselves. Have fun, because it's probably going to look like what things look like right now for you. If you can't do it by yourself now, you're not going to be able to do it after we talk either. You're going to need guidance and support and strategy and step-by-step and accountability, period. We all do. So if you paint a mental image for them and you say, yes, I'm giving you some tips, I'm giving you some proven strategies, but you can't just, this isn't all you need. This isn't the whole big picture. I can tell you that. There's a lot that goes into each step. So you have to paint the picture for them that they can't just go off and do this by themselves. I always say, listen, I'm going to give you a couple of tips. I'm going to give you a couple of strategies. But the fact of the matter is, it's not going to be the big picture. It's not going to be enough for you to go off and do this all by yourself. But it'll be enough to give you an idea of what needs to start happening. And then you can get the right support in place to help you. That's how you're being authentic. And that's how you're letting people know you're not going to just be able to come take a couple of tips and go make magic happen. It doesn't work like that. Okay. The next thing is, don't be unrealistic. You need to let people know what they really need and what it's really going to take to hit their goals and outcomes that they want. If you have someone come to you and say, I want to lose 50 pounds and I want to do it in 5 days, I've got this big thing coming up. If that's not possible, which I don't know what's possible. I'm not a health coach or expert. I have no idea. I don't try to lose weight. It's not what I do, so I wouldn't know that. But if that's not possible, you have to tell them that. Sometimes it means that you'll lose a client because they feel like, shit, that's what I wanted. You can't do it. I'm out. But that's just them being ignorant and not understanding that it's just not possible. It's not about me. It's just not possible at all. But you need to be realistic with people. And a lot of entrepreneurs tell me that they're scared to tell the truth like that, or they're scared to say like what it's really going to take, because they're afraid that their ideal clients will say, oh my gosh, I'm not ready to do that work yet. I'm not ready to commit to that. That sounds like a lot and it sounds scary and I'm out. And then they fear that they're going to lose clients. The problem is when you have ideal clients that are coming and getting on a phone call with you, or they're speaking to you about your programs, they're only the right client if they're ready to do what it takes. Okay? Because a lot of entrepreneurs in this industry, they want things for free. They want everything for free. They're lazy as hell. I'm going to say it straight out. I've never seen so many lazy entrepreneurs in my life. They're lazy AF. They don't want to do shit. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to put the effort in. They don't want to make the investments. They want to hoard their money. They want to they want as much as they can get for freaking nothing. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Those poor entrepreneurs will never go anywhere in this business. You're going to get eaten up alive in this industry. It is never going to go anywhere. Unfortunately, I see a lot of that. If you get people on the phone with you that are like that, they're not your ideal clients. And unfortunately, they'll probably be right where they are now, next year this time, the year after this time, who knows for how long. I've seen entrepreneurs come back to me 3 years later, still in the same place they were at when I talked to them 3 years ago. They haven't done a damn thing different, and they're still not ready to do a damn thing different. Those are not your ideal clients. Your ideal clients are ready to take action. They're ready to make the investment. They're ready to do the work. You have your other people that are not your ideal clients. Those are the people that want to sit on the sidelines and be dramatic and cry and pity party and, woe is me and poor me, and come up with a million excuses of why they can't do something that a million other clients are doing just fine. Those people are not cut out for this. They're not ready, and they will be in that place for a long time. It's a sad thing, but they're just not there yet. So you need to be realistic with your audience, and you need to be getting the right people on the phone with you. The other thing is, don't give too much away. You want to give enough, but you want to stay away from trying to convince people. Like, I have people in the past that have come and said, oh, prove it to me. I'm not going to prove shit to you. If you want the solution, then make the investment. If you don't, then go about your business. But I don't need to prove shit to you. I don't convince people to come work with me. You're in or you're out. And at the end of the day, I don't care. It's not hurting me any, because I have plenty of people around me that are ideal clients that are ready to do this. I don't want to work with anything less than that. I don't want to work with people that I got to drag through my business, or who want to cry and need me to babysit them. I don't babysit my clients. If you're not showing up doing the work, that's just too bad. But I'm not going to chase and convince and beg and babysit. That's not what I do. I have way higher standards than that. And I suggest that you guys all do as well. I suggest that you stop giving so much away and stop being so scared to lose a possible client, and stop trying to convince people to come work with you. Have a little bit more faith in your offers, in yourself, in the fact that there's ideal clients out there where you don't have to do that stuff for them to buy from you. You don't have to do that. You don't need to convince people. You don't need to beg them. And the reason that I see entrepreneurs do this is they don't believe in themselves. They're insecure. They don't know what they're doing. They don't have all the pieces they need, and they're not ready to do the work. And so they beg people, and they price their offers so low, and they still don't reach their goals. Okay. Problem 5. They think they can't afford it. This is the number one biggest objection that most entrepreneurs get for many years, is the money objection. I can't afford it. I would love to, but I can't afford it. So as you guys know, if you've been following me long enough, that you know that my motto is that money's never the reason. This is just a lazy ass excuse. And yeah, that's a bold statement, and some people don't like it, and I don't give a shit. That's a fact, because anybody can find the money to do something they want to do. There's no shortage of money, but there's shortage of laziness, or lack of. There's not shortage of it. There's plenty of it. People have no problem just being lazy. Go find the money. Nobody wants to hear that you can't afford it, because it's not true. It's a lie. It's an excuse. It's what you've made yourself believe. Because maybe it's that, your ideal client does not have the money physically in their bank. So go find it. Get off your ass and go find it. Maybe they don't physically have it in their hands, so they can't afford it. If everybody sat around every day and just said, oh, I want this and I want that so bad, and oh my God, I need that. Oh, but I can't afford it. Then we would all be like in trash cans on the side of the road with nothing. Nobody would have anything. There's no shortage of money. Go find it, get it, borrow it, Work for it. Go do something. This is the problem. And this is why I say we have very lazy people. People that want, but they don't want to do a damn thing to get it. Instead, they just make up excuses. So when someone gives you this whole, I can't afford it, here's what I have to say about it. Money is tied to a belief. So when you look in your bank and it says 0, or maybe it even says -0, or -10 bucks. I don't know what your bank account says. Whatever it's telling you, you now have this belief. I don't have any money. I can't afford anything. I can't buy nothing. I can't do anything. I have no money. I am so broke. Okay? Because your bank says 0. That's a belief. That's what you're choosing to believe. You're choosing to believe that you can't do anything because you are broke. That is extremely dramatic. Yes, your bank account might say 0, or you might not have any money in there physically. But that does not mean you're crippled and you can't do anything with your life. That does not mean you absolutely cannot make an investment at all. It doesn't mean you can't have anything. Money's tied to a belief. So if you have $100 in your hand, you believe that you have money, correct? You believe, oh my God, I have $100. I can go buy those shoes or that purse or that dress. You believe you have money. And when the money's gone, you believe you're broke. Money is just tied to a belief. But there's no shortage of going out and getting money. You can get money in many different ways. There's so many ways. The problem is laziness. The problem is entrepreneurs would rather stay in a dramatic lack situation and have pity parties and have people feel bad for them. And they would rather go without and struggle and watch everybody else than to go out and do what it's going to take to get what they want. 9 out of 10 entrepreneurs, if you put them together, 9 out of 10 do not want to do what it takes to get the results that they want. That's really sad. But that's just the way it is. Most entrepreneurs, they want something, but if you ask them, if you say, you got to do this, this, and this, they don't want to do it. Chances are they don't even do it, or they don't stick to it because they're lazy. They don't want to do what it takes to get the results. The second thing is you got to show your ideal clients what is possible for them. Show them your proof. Show them what you've been through experience. Show them what your clients have been through. Show them what other people are doing. And this is why I say, if you use the excuse that you can't have something because you don't have money, you're being lazy because you can go get the money. How do you think every single other entrepreneur who came from poverty and food stamps and welfare and the worst case scenarios, how do you think that they all became successful? Sitting around having pity parties and crying that, woe is me, I have no money, I can't get a coach, I can't get help, I can't start a business, I can't do anything with my life, I'm just going to sit here in my sorrow because my bank says 0? Absolutely not. They didn't make excuses. They did the work. They did what it took. They did whatever it took. And they continue to do that throughout their whole business. They're still doing it. If they're alive, they're still doing it. That's the difference between a struggling entrepreneur and an entrepreneur who's actually making money and success and having impacts and changing the world. They're willing to do the work. Even when their bank says, hey, guess what? You're broke. You have no money. They're willing to say, well, what do I got to do to find the money? And then they go take action. The problem is laziness. You don't want to take the action. You don't want to do the work. You want it to come to you easy. And unfortunately, you're going to be right where you are for a long time. And this is what you need to demonstrate for your clients. You've got to show them what's possible. Okay? You have to show them that just because their bank says 0 or because they don't have physical money in their hands does not mean they are broke. It does not mean that that is their circumstances. It does not mean that's what it is for them. They can change that. My father was dying of cancer, lymphoma cancer, for more than 10 years. He was in and out of remission for 10 years. That man was in so much physical pain. He had to hold his arms up to paint a house. And you know what? He went out and he went door to all my neighbors. And sick with cancer, he still went to everybody's doors around my neighborhood. And he said, can I paint your house for money? Can I help you bring in your groceries? Do you want me to mow your lawn? I will shovel your driveway. My father did that, literally holding his body up, like dying of cancer in severe pain. But guess what? He was not going to have us go without food. He was not going to lose our home, our roof over our head. His bank was negative. He couldn't even afford his cancer pills, his medication. But he went out and he did what he had to do to get done what had to get done. And that, for me, at a young age, as a young girl seeing that, was confirmation that just because your circumstances tell you one thing does not mean that that's what it is. And that is why I'm passionate about showing my clients, I don't care what your circumstances tell you. It does not mean that that's what it is for you, that that's all there is. I grew up in poverty. I had 8 different foster homes, molested, abused, forced to eat my own vomit. I grew up and I had my own son, and I lived on food stamps and welfare, and I looked around at all the other people living the same way. I could have said, well, this is what it is. We're all poor and broke. We'll never be anything. We'll just sit here. But I didn't do that because I remember that that was how we lived as kids, and my dad changed that. So I knew it was possible. I didn't know how, and I didn't know what it was going to take, and I didn't know if it was going to be hard or easy, but I knew that that didn't have to be that way. And when I said, I want to do something different for me and my son, I took different actions. But I was not lazy. I did the work. It was hard as F sometimes. I had such a hard time, and we struggled so much, and we sold our first home. We had to get rid of our dog. I went over $20,000 in credit card debt. It was not easy. It was very scary. But I did what I had to do every time, and I still do to this day, because I know that it doesn't have to be what it tells me. I can do whatever I want to do, and there's always a way to find the money to get what you want, always. But you gotta get rid of that laziness and that belief, and you have to just go out and do it. And what I do is I help my clients find, get, borrow, or earn the money. If they tell me, and I want this so bad, I don't have the money, but I want this, I'll do whatever it takes. I want this so bad. Can you help me? Is there something I can do? I will spend as much time with those people as it takes to help them find, get, borrow, or earn the money, because they're so freaking committed. They will go do the work. They'll do whatever I tell them to do, and I know that because that's how I was. I went to the coaches and I went to the mentors and I said the same thing. I want it so bad, but I don't have the money. What do I have to do? What can I do? What are my options? And I went out and I did whatever I was told to do to make it happen. And I know that's possible. A million other people know that's possible, and you need to know it's possible. And then you need to paint that same possibility for your clients, okay? All right, let's talk about the final problem. Number 6, okay? They want it now. This goes back to we're lazy. We don't want to wait. We don't want it to take a long time, and we don't want it to be super difficult. We want it right now. Okay, if someone makes an investment, they want something now. They don't want to wait. I know if I make an investment in a program and it doesn't start for a few months, you better be giving me something to do, because I'll lose momentum. I'll move on to something else. Like, if I'm going to make an investment, I want something now. That's because we're lazy and we don't want to wait and we don't want to work really hard. So give it to us simple, make it quick. Let's do this, right? Okay, so here's the solution. You need to give your ideal client something immediately, like to get them some sort of either a result, a breakthrough, a shift, an aha moment, something, right? People do not want to wait for this. So if you are promoting a program that does not start right away, you've got to give them something really juicy to do. Because if you don't, they're going to fall off, they're going to lose momentum, and they might even check out. Or in some cases, I've had clients come to me and say that their people have asked for refunds. And the reason is because they feel like they're just kind of sitting around waiting, and they get bored. They see other people making shit happen, having fun, getting stuff done, and they want to do it too. The other thing is I like to acknowledge and I like to incentivize when I have clients who sign up that are fast action takers. Again, we have a lot of lazy entrepreneurs in this industry. If I have clients who sign up and they're ready to get going, I want to honor that. I want to show them how much I appreciate that, because there's not a lot of that. And I love to see entrepreneurs who are action-oriented. They are ready to do it. They are going full force, both feet on the ground, and they don't care if they have the money. They don't care if they don't know what the hell's going to happen. They are ready to do what it takes. You want to honor those people. Give them something to do and incentivize their fast action like that. The second thing is you got to design your offers to be fast and implementable and possible. you don't want to design an offer that's going to take someone, 6 months to make $10,000 a month. You don't want to design your offer where it's a year, where you got to implement for a whole year before it's all going to happen. Like, people want fast. People want to be able to take it and go execute really quick. And they want something that's not, it's possible. So don't create something that's just so unrealistic that someone would have to, in order for them to get a result would just take so much. Like, you want to create offers that people can jump into, they can go execute it, and they can get a result. Like that. Boom, boom, boom. And so a lot of people that I see in the industry is they create very complex, in-depth, like offers that are like, oh my God, that would just take so much work, so long. That's a lot to have to do. And it feels complicated because now it feels like your ideal clients are already busy. And now they're like, oh my God, now you're going to do all this too. And so you got to break stuff down for people. A lot of entrepreneurs stuff their offers. And the reason they do that is because they think the more that's in it, the better it looks, the more valuable it is. And guess what? You're wrong. That's absolutely not true, because people are already busy. They already have a lot to do. They don't want 10,000 more things added to their to-do list. They don't want 6 more months of implemented before they get a result. Less is more. In this instance, less is more. All right, so what you want to do is you want to aim to create offers that eliminate objections. You want to create offers where, especially like money objections, is not a thing. It's irrelevant. They want it so bad. They see it as a solution. They know that they're going to get quick, fast, easy results. Like, they want it right now. And then they're not even thinking about the price. The price becomes irrelevant when you do that. But if you make it really complicated and you're like, oh yeah, we're going to do like 6 things this week, and then next week we'll do this, and it's going to take 7 months, and you start to like, oh yeah, and there's like 12 bonuses and there's like 15 incentives. Like, you start doing that, and people look at it like it's a big to-do list. It's not even a solution anymore. That's why objections come up. Okay, so how do you do that? First of all, you create offers that you're really confident and excited about. We already talked about that. You need to go survey and speak to your audience. You have to uncover what it is they really want. And here's the catch. They have to want it enough to pay for it. This is a big, big game changer, because you can put solutions in front of people all day, but is it a solution they'll pay for? You better go find out, because if not, they're not going to pay for it. You put only the offers in front of people that are in fact a solution for them. So this means, like I said in the beginning, you may have more than one offer. So I have 3 at all times, but I'm not taking all 3 and blasting them to everybody at the same time. That's bad strategy. That's bad business, and people will be confused and won't buy. You have to have some strategy, okay? But I know that not everyone in my community is going to fit into one program. It's not going to be for everybody, and I know that. I'm smart enough to know, I'm seasoned enough to understand that that's just not going to happen. I don't put all my eggs in one basket, and when I want to create a certain amount of income each month, I don't say, oh, I'm going to do it all with this one offer. Absolutely not. I know that's not possible. I mean, it's possible, but it's probably not going to happen. I know that people are at different stages and they want different levels of support. So I create 3 different levels of support for 3 different stages. It's a strategy. It's not rocket science. It's just a strategy. And so you want to be putting only offers in front of people that are a solution for them. And you have to go ask them to figure that out. You've got to go connect. And this is the one failure that entrepreneurs have. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to survey. They don't want to get on the phone and talk. They just want to sell. They just want to make money. Well, the problem with that is nobody's paying you if they don't know, like, and trust you. No one is going to not invest any big amounts anyway. If you want people to spend $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 or more $1,000 in your programs and offers, and you want that every month, month after month, you better get out there and build relationships, because otherwise people are not going to be buying from you. It's not going to happen. You have to do the work. And this is why entrepreneurship is not for everyone. There's too many lazy people. For those lazy people, my recommendation is go get a 9-to-5. You go to work, you punch in, you do your job, you check out. That's it. You get your check at the end of the week, you're done. That's it. Because that's easier to do. This is not easy. This requires you to make investments when you feel like you have no money. This requires you to take risks when you don't know what's going to happen or come out of it. This requires you to actually have to go do some things that don't feel sexy. They're not a lot of fun, but they got to be done. This requires you every single day to push yourself, be uncomfortable, and show up even when you don't want to. And if you are not up for that challenge, get out while you still can, because it takes that to make money. It takes that to be successful. Ask any entrepreneur that has profit and is making money in their business. It just is what it is. You can't skip this stuff. Okay, so the other thing is that you need to truly show up to be of service, not of sales. You really, truly have to have your ideal client's best interest at heart. Remember, these people are just like you. They have real problems. They have things that keep them up at night, that stress them out, that make them cry, that make them feel like worthless. They are real people with real problems. They need real solutions. They need people to say, listen, I hear you, I see you, and guess what? I get you. I've been there. You're not alone in this. I can help you. You've got to show up with that energy, or people are just going to see you as another sales coach or another entrepreneur trying to make a buck, and they're just not going to invest in you. You have to remember there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that got this down. They know how to talk to their people. They know how to be genuine. They know how to make that money and get those clients. And if you can't at least live up to that and get yourself to that place, you're going to have a hard time. You got to price your offers in a way that feels really good to you and it complements the value. So a lot of people come to me and say, I don't really know what to price my offer. Should I go lower so I can get more sales? Should I go higher? I feel like if they're not paying my low price, they're not going to pay my high price. I don't know what the value is, so what should I charge it? Or they come to me and they're like, oh, well, I'm so used to the dollar per hour type of service that, should I just calculate how many hours I'm working and that's what I get paid? That's a 9 to 5. That's not what this is. We don't do hour packages. We don't charge per hour. What the heck? This is entrepreneurship. That's not what this is. Go be in a brick and mortar if you're doing that. That's not what we do here. So what you got to do is you got to price your offers in a way that feel good for you. It's not about what other people are charging. Stop looking at what they're charging. Who cares? I have offers that I've put really, really low because I felt an intuition to do so. I felt inspired to do so because that's the download I got. And I felt like, you know what? I feel like being really passionate for people that feel like they can't go get the money right now. And I want them to get their help they need. So I'm going to price it a little bit lower, or I'm going to throw in a bonus. But you know what? The thing is with that is, and I don't very rarely ever do that. But the thing is that just because you price something low doesn't mean you're going to get more sales, because it's hard to see the perceived value in something that's priced really low. When you look at something that's got a lot in it and you're like, wow, look at that. It's like the perfect offer. And then it's like $50, $500, and you're like, what? Why is it so cheap? What's wrong with it? That doesn't make any sense, right? Like that should be a $5,000 package. Why is it $500? The thing is people start to doubt it. And the thing is too, is that people don't make investments because of the price. That's not why we make an investment. If you price something, I shared this already. I had a $97 offer and a $2,000, and my client did not buy the $97 offer. And I could have said, wow, she must have no money. But I didn't say that. I was just like, wow, it's not for her. I put another offer in front of her that was $2,000. Well, guess what? She paid in full. She didn't even take the payment plan. She paid in full. But she didn't pay for the $97 offer. It's because it's not about the freaking price. Nothing to do with it. It was the fact that the $97 offer, she did not see the value in it. It was not for her. It doesn't mean it wasn't valuable. It just wasn't for her. Okay? I had over 200 other people buy that same $97 offer. It had nothing to do with the price. It wasn't the right offer for her. Okay. So you price your stuff based on what feels good to you. Don't go ask people, what should I price it? Don't go ask your coach, your mentor, your friends, your husband, your wife, your mom. You don't need to ask anybody. What price do you want to put on it? And go put that price on it. People don't do that because oh my God, what if people say no? So freaking what? You're going to get about 200 no's before you get one yes. Who cares? That's just your lack. That's your lack mindset. It's your fear talking. It's the shit you make up in your head. You feel like you have to go price shit low just to make sales, and that's not the case. It's not true. It's just not true. Go look around you. It's not true. That is your belief. but that you can change your belief. You need to price things that feel good to you. If you create an offer that has a lot of value in it and you know it's valuable, you know it is a solution, people need it, people want it, you know it's going to work, it's going to help them as long as they show up and do the work, then put the price on it that you want. Because if you price it really low and people do happen to buy it, you're not even going to feel good delivering it. You know, who wants to like spend 3 months delivering something that they charge $97 for? Not me. That is way too much work for like nothing. I would not do that. So again, you gotta have some strategy here. You gotta start focusing on what you want and stop looking around you at what everybody else is doing. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Okay, it does not matter. There's brand new entrepreneurs who haven't worked with a single client yet, and they're charging $5,000 and $10,000 for their packages, and they're getting them. It doesn't matter about the price. It's what you believe and what you want to do. The other thing is you want to make it easy to say yes to. Stop making it so difficult and overcomplicated for people to say yes to your offer. Add some payment plans, add some bonuses or some incentives for people that take fast action. Make it really easy. Stop overcomplicating it. Stop thinking and overthinking every little detail. Just get out there and sell your shit, help people. The other thing is make your offers simple. So less is more, right? Again, remember to make it easy to digest, easy to execute. Don't overstuff your offers and do not underprice them. Do not underprice them because you're trying to convince or get people to buy or beg or whatever, or because you're scared you're not going to make any money. Stop doing that. I would rather see you go out and get one $5,000 sale than go out and struggle to get, 10 people to buy a $27 offer. Seriously. You're working way harder than you should be or that you need to be. And that, again, is just your belief. Go get help with that stuff because it's not how it needs to be. All right, here's 4 things that you need to go do right now. These are the 4 things that you should be focusing on and nailing and getting masterful at and making a priority for you. Number 1, go find out what topics you're really excited and confident about and think of 2 to 3 offers around that. Really thinking about the different stages that your clients may be at and what level of support they might need. That's what you want to create your different offers around. Where are your clients at? What things might they need to get a specific result? Go find out the topics you're really excited about and kind of wipe away all this other shit that you've learned or people have told you and go get real with yourself. All right? Then go ask your people. You have to confirm. This is the mistake I see. Entrepreneurs go off and say, oh my God, I'm so excited to talk about Facebook. I'm going to go out and I'm going to create a program about Facebook. And then nobody buys it. Did you ask your people if they want to learn about Facebook? 9 out of 10, they say no. I already know they want that. Really? Why aren't they buying your offer then? You did not ask them. That's your fault. You need to go ask your people. So what I call it is go confirm that your offer or your idea is sellable. Go ask your people. If your people say they want it, go and sell it. But if they don't want it, then now you know you almost launched something that nobody wants to buy. Remember, they need to want it enough to buy it. The third thing is get them on the phone to discuss their solution, which is your offer. So there's nothing wrong with putting links to like sales pages or, direct sales or like a pay link or whatever in your posts and your emails. But the thing is if you're really trying to sell like a higher ticket offer or a higher ticket item, which I recommend because you don't need as many sales, the thing is you got to get people on the phone for that. People are going to want to talk to you if you're going to ask them to invest $2,000 or more. They're going to want to speak to you. I mean, I have had sales over the years. I just did last week where a client came in my Momentum Mastermind. She paid me, the program is $2,000 for 6 months. She paid in full. There was a payment plan. She could have done 6 payments of $417, and I even offered her 8 payments of $317 for 6 months of support with me. Live, hands-on support and unlimited one-on-one Voxer with me. She paid in full right there on the spot. So again, I didn't get her on the phone, but typically that doesn't happen. Normally, you need to have like a sales conversation, right? And so you want to get people on the phone instead of just promoting like directly on social media and in your emails, because it just doesn't look good. And people are getting less and less apt to engage with that type of content. Like I said at the beginning, it's getting harder and harder on social media and even emails to get people to even open or pay attention, let alone click and buy. Facebook's making it harder. Their algorithms are changing. People are getting a lot smarter. They're not opening emails. They're not clicking. They're not booking discovery calls. They're not even opting in for free shit. It's getting harder and harder and harder. And so what you want to do is everything here that I showed you, but you also want to be trying to get people on the phone and talk to them. Make sure, like, have an actual sales conversation and make sure this is what they really need. And then when you put it in front of them, they're more apt to buy it because it's a genuine solution. It's not just you saying, hey, who wants to buy this? This is for sale. Everyone who wants it, click on the link and buy it. You're going to get very little results with that, right? And you can do that sometimes, but that should not be like your main strategy for trying to make money, because people aren't seeing that stuff anymore. Nobody wants that. It doesn't work. So get them on the phone, have a sales conversation. If you don't know how to do sales, that's what I do. So just come to me. I can teach you how to overcome sales like you've never seen before. But either way, I would recommend you get them on the phone and then you move them into your offer or a solution from there. Because sometimes what we think our people want isn't actually what they really want, or they don't think it is, so they don't buy. But if you get them on the phone, you can actually navigate through that with them and you can help them see that it is in fact what they need. Okay, and then close the deal and get them started with something right away. Whether it's a little quick session with you, it's getting them into like a little mini training, or it's an exercise they go off and do, or, you know, I get my people started with a cash injection. They take my training, they take my templates, and then I help them personalize it, and they go off and they get some cash. So they're making money before we even start the programs. That's what I do, but you can do whatever you like, but you just got to do something. Don't leave them just hanging. They're going to sign the agreement, they're going to pay you, and then just sit there. This is why people get refund requests, or they get clients who is like, they're like, I don't get it. They signed the agreement, they paid, they were excited, and then like they didn't even show up for our sessions, they're not doing the work. They fell off the wagon. They didn't feel supported. They lost that momentum before it even started. All right. Who's ready to unfuck your sales confidence? I'm doing a free training. It's absolutely free, where you get live webinars, support, accountability from me directly, not like a coach or some other person, but you get it from me directly for the entire month of January in a private Facebook group. This is free. And basically what I'm doing is I've opened up a private Facebook group just for the month of January, where I'm going to help you eliminate any lack of confidence you have around sales. Whether it's having the conversation, overcoming objections, what questions to ask, positioning your offer, pricing your offer, just talking about your offer, whatever it is for you. Because this is the number one thing that 98% of my audience has told me is a challenge for them. Their confidence around all things sales. So why not start your January and set your sales on fire, get off on the right foot, really build up your sales confidence. And so this free, it's basically a month of a free workshop. We're doing a winter workshop where you can build up your sales confidence, own your genius. I feel really good about it. Make a shit ton of money helping people and not struggle anymore with sales. All things related to sales, the goal in this month is that that's no longer a thing for you. Okay, if you can commit to not being lazy and showing up and joining the webinars and asking for support and getting the accountability and taking my suggestions and running with it, you are going to experience a shift around sales that you've never experienced before, and that I can promise. When it comes to sales, that's my jam. It's what I do. So I've opened this up. You can go to selllikearebel.com /sales-confidence-winter-workshop. So go to salesrebel.com /sales-confidence-winter workshop. It's free. And it's an entire month starting January 1st. Right through to January 31st. It's an entire month of free support, free accountability. I'm going to do a weekly webinar training in there for you guys. We're going to be doing Q&As. I'm going to be in the Facebook group every day supporting you, giving you whatever you need, doing whatever it is you need help with for an entire month, okay? Your sales confidence is never going to be the same when you end this program. And these are going to be things you can go off and just rinse, repeat for the rest of your business. Go there to sign up. All right, let's do questions. Anybody have any questions? I'm going to go. I shared a lot with you guys, per usual. I'm just checking to see if there's any questions that anybody has. Do you have questions about anything I covered? Do you have questions about the free workshop? Let me just see. Sarah said, I actually told someone I had no solution for her and she accepted it. Okay, well, that's not like scalable. You know what I mean? You might, like, again, everybody can get lucky and get a sale here and there. That's not scalable. And actually, I would have never sold it to her if I didn't have a solution. I would have never taken her money. That's just my opinion. I don't get people in my programs if I can't help them. If I don't have a solution for them, I don't offer them or try to take their money. So just, Sarah, that's just my opinion. I would have never done that. Okay, you guys got questions coming in. Just give me a sec. Sarah said, I'm excited about the training. Awesome. Melissa said, I can't wait. Cool. Kelly said, good stuff. Awesome. Glad you guys liked it. Melissa says, how do you strike the right balance between giving a lot of value and not overwhelming people? That's a great question. So in the beginning, that is something that I struggled with because as you can see, I clearly over-deliver. But I think that when it comes to giving a lot of value and not overwhelming people, it's more about painting the picture of possibility. So like sharing with them what's possible for them, empowering them and inspiring them and sharing facts and proof versus giving strategy or coaching or giving them 3 tips to go off and do. Like versus giving them things to go do, what you want to do is just focus on what are the specific things that you need to hear and you need to know. So when I talk about today, 6 reasons that people are not buying, I'm only going to share with you 6 reasons people don't buy from you. I'm not going to go into how to create your sellable offer. That would be super overwhelming if I tied that into this, even though we talked about that. So each thing that I talked about, I could have gone into how to create those things and how to go off and do those things. But people would have felt really overwhelmed, right? And the fact of the matter is you need to be in my programs for me to teach you that stuff. It's not something I could just throw in a webinar and teach because they're customized, right? It's personalized. So it comes down to really thinking about what can you share that's valuable that people can download in their heads. They can digest the information versus giving them things that really need to be done together, right? Like we need to personally do this stuff together. And that's where you can kind of start to think about the balance of like, okay, that might be too much, you know, in a training or in a webinar or something like that, right? So a lot of the things I shared with you today, I could have gone off and showed you how to go do those things, but that would have been overwhelming, unrealistic, and really irrelevant because it wasn't the purpose of this training, right? And I know that in order for my clients to get results, we need to work together. We need to personalize things. We need to customize. I need to know the ins and outs of your business. And that's the problem too, is that a lot of entrepreneurs give unsolicited advice, meaning they get people on the phone and then they go into coaching and strategy and teaching them how to go off and do things. And the fact of the matter is you're really setting them up for failure because they're going to need more than what you just gave them in order for them to get a result, and they're going to need to work with you. And it's not personalized. That's just generalizing things for everybody, right? So you want to be really careful with that and finding the balance. So I always just ask myself, is this valuable, and is it something that they can quickly digest and not feel like they have what they need to go off and do whatever it is they're trying to accomplish, because I don't want to overwhelm or confuse people. And I don't want anyone to think that you could come to a webinar, go off and execute and get massive results. I mean, from time to time you can get a result, but that's unrealistic. You need support. We all have coaches and mentors or we're stuck. That's just the way it is, right? So it's just kind of finding that balance of giving what's relevant. So don't go off on tangents. Try to focus on one thing. Like I only focused on the 6 steps. I didn't want to go into sellable offers and niche clarity and like all the things you're actually going to need in order for you to pull all this together and get a result from it. I'm just giving you the one thing, the 6 steps, right? So it's honing down and just trying to be focused. You don't want to give more than what they need. All right, let me just see if there's any other questions. That was a good question though, Melissa. I have to kind of go back and forth from like both groups because I'm sharing it in my group live, but I've also got it on my page here. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss any questions. Okay, let me come back and see. Very helpful. Awesome, Melissa. Glad to hear it. Melissa said, very good reminder. I need to stop fire hosing people with information. Yeah, Melissa, that used to be me. I actually used to do sales calls and I would give them the how. I would say, go do 1, 2, and 3. Go do these 3 things and then come back and let me know how they worked. I literally would tell people like, go, because I thought for it to be a valuable call, I thought I had to give them all that. And in fact, they would go off and still struggle with the pieces that went along all those steps. And so they wouldn't get results. And then what would happen is they felt like, well, you can't really help me because I went off and did that and I didn't get a result. And I really set them up for failure because it was unrealistic for me to think that they could go off and do that by themselves. I want to help, and I was a teacher, so it's hard to turn that off. Yeah, it's practice. I mean, I've been at this for 15 years, and I still sometimes have to be really careful. So it's just being mindful and being really present, and remembering that we don't want to rush into the sale. We don't want to rush. We want to make sure we're really being with them and thinking about what we're saying and being very mindful and making sure we're being realistic with them, and setting them up for success. And that's really what it's going to come down to when it comes down to actually getting sales, is that you're doing that. Any other questions? If anyone has any questions, let me know. If not, we'll wrap up. But I'd love to answer any questions if you have any about what we talked about. If you have any questions about the free 30-day winter workshop in January, let me know. Oh, you know what? I'll keep that link up. There you guys go. That way, if anybody is interested in joining that free workshop, there's the link. I'll just leave that up for you guys here for a second. Let me just see if there's any questions. Okay. All right. I don't see any other questions coming in. I feel like I just saw a question come in and now it's like gone. And if you're joining the replay, pop your questions below. I will answer them. Even after the training's done. If the link is hard to see, it's selllikearebel.com/sales confidence winter workshop. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I can put it in the comments for you guys. That might be easier. Okay, I'm gonna just put this in the comments for you guys. Sell Like a Rebel /sales winter sales confidence winter workshop. So I just put the link to the free workshop in the comments as well for you guys. That way, if you can't really see the link that great in the screen, you can see it down there. So it's in the comments. Again, it's just, we're going to spend a month together for free. And my goal is to just help you with your sales confidence. You know, how to get really confident in your sales process, not just sales conversations, but just your sales in general. There'll be some free trainings every week, lots of accountability, daily support for me in the group, any additional trainings you need. Like, it's just a month of support. We got an awesome community in there already, so make some friends, connect with people that are similar to you. So you can see you're not alone. You can see what's possible. Any other questions? I don't know if questions are showing up live or if I have to refresh, but I'm refreshing. I don't want to miss any questions. And if you're on the replay, pop them below. I'll still answer. Okay, so I don't see any others coming in right now. So yeah, head over to the link below. Go to selllikearebel.com/sales confidence winter workshop. Come join us for a month. We're starting January 1st, and it's going to go through till January 31st. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Really teaching you guys like some great proven strategies to no longer have, you know, this lack of confidence or fear around sales or your offers or your price point, or how to talk about your offer, how to talk about the benefits, what you do, like all things sales we're doing for the whole month of January, so you can start your year off right. So you can start your year off on the right foot and with some confidence. That's what we're going to be doing in there. And by the way, if you know anyone who would like to participate in this free webinar and maybe in the workshop, feel free to share this video out. I definitely want to get the word out about the video because this training was really good. I know there's a lot of people struggling with their confidence around sales, their offers, their price points, especially people just getting started or who have been taught the wrong way by other leaders. I want to spread the message, so please share this video out with your audience and your people so that they can get this message as well, okay? If you have any other questions, guys, drop them in the comments. I will be happy to come back into the thread and answer if you're, you think of something later, or if you are a replayer, please say hello in the comments and definitely ask your questions. I'm happy to support. The link to sign up for the free 1-month workshop, the winter workshop, is below in the comments. Don't forget to grab that, and please share this video out. Just click share below. Get this message out there for people that you know need to hear this in your community. And I will see you guys all real soon.